Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for this evening webinar. I am Kim North. I've been a travel counselor here at Cruise Holidays for about 10 years now, which is kind of crazy. And I am super excited to introduce our presenter tonight. Her name is Michelle. She is our representative for Playa Hotels and Resorts. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a huge fan of the Hyatt Hotel, so I'm super excited that she's here to give us all of this wonderful information about these hotels and especially the destination weddings. So if you are a bride or know a bride and you're looking to get married someplace other than Kansas City or the US, she is your go-to gal. So Michelle, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kim. And yes, I can say that I consider you one of our experts. So if anybody is interested in any of our properties, please contact Kim or any of the agents at Cruise Holidays. But as she mentioned, today we are going to talk about Playa Hotels and Resorts, kind of tell you everything about us, who we are, what we do, and then just focus on our destination weddings, which we have seen an upsurge with destination weddings, especially recently with maybe local weddings have been canceled, and instead of brides wanting to go through all of that planning again, they're like, no way, we're going to the beach with a bunch of our friends and family. So we will talk about those. But so many of you are probably like, I don't even know what Playa Hotels and Resorts are. So this is what is under the Playa umbrella. So we have many different brands, anywhere from 4 to 5-star all-inclusive resorts, all your meals, all your drinks, non-motorized water sports, nightly, daily entertainment, everything is in the all-inclusive. But we have something for everyone, adults only, family friendly, every demographic, any budget, everything you need. So we'll go through them. Our Hyatt Ziva and Zilara is our 5-star all-inclusives. Hyatt Ziva is our kids family friendly. Hyatt Zilara is our 18 or older adults only properties. Moving over to Panama Jack properties, all about fun with the family, all about adventure, activities, all throughout Mexico. Our Jewel resorts are going to be located in Jamaica. Hilton all-inclusives is probably the newest brand to us. Those are located in Mexico as well as in the Caribbean. And then the last one that we are going to finish with today is really something special. It's our adults only sanctuary Cap Cana in the Dominican Republic. So as I mentioned, we've got 5 different brands all throughout Mexico and Caribbean. So this is just a nice map that shows you the different locations where we are. So you'll see all the way from the west coast of Mexico in Los Cabos, as well as Puerto Vallarta. Throughout the Cancun and Riviera Maya area, we have 5 different resorts there. Dominican Republic, we've got our Hilton La Romana on the La Romana, the Caribbean side of the island. And then in Cap Cana, which is considered the Beverly Hills of the Dominican, we have 3 resorts there. Down in Jamaica, 5 resorts there. So especially something for everybody, adults only, family friendly, we've got you covered. For adults only property on that map, you would have seen, we have our property in Cancun. We have our property in Rose Hall in Jamaica, just 15 minutes from the airport. Our newest one is our Hyatt Zilara in Cap Cana. So again, 15 minutes from the Punta Cana airport in that upscales Beverly Hills of the Dominican. For family friendly, we have properties in Cancun, our Ziva in Los Cabos, Puerto Vallarta, Rose Hall, Jamaica, and Cap Cana. Our Hilton all-inclusive, so adults only, we're gonna have our property in downtown Playa del Carmen, right on the beach, 1 block from 5th Avenue. Our Hilton La Romana, adults only. And then when you see for all ages, you'll notice we also have a Hilton La Romana family section and our Hilton Rose Hall in Jamaica. Panama Jack properties, we just have 2 of them. One is right in the heart of the hotel zone in Cancun, and the other one is right in the heart of downtown Playa del Carmen, oceanfront in Playa del Carmen. Jewel resorts, as I mentioned, are in Jamaica. Our Jewel Paradise Cove is an adults only property, very adults only, very price conscious. For if you have a little tighter of a budget, Jewel Paradise Cove is where you want to check that out. And Jewel Grand is our 5-star, all ages, all inclusive, right in Montego Bay area. That is full of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom suites and 3-bedroom villas, so standalone villas, which is really hard to find in the all-inclusive world. We've got you covered at Jewel Grand. So think of if you have multi-generational families, people with big families that want a lot of extra space. These were actually built as individual luxury condos, and we bought it as a hotel and converted it. So they have kitchens, they've got in-room laundry facilities, living rooms, dining rooms, everything. And then lastly, as I mentioned, we have our adults only sanctuary Cap Cana. So the reason I just went through all of those is if you're looking to do a destination weddings, you might want some that are adults only. You don't want any kids there. But oftentimes, you want people to make it a true vacation for your guests, where they maybe can stay a whole week and bring their family and make it their annual vacation. What's great about our properties is many of them are right next to each other or within maybe a 5-mile vicinity. So this gives you a quick look at the exchange privileges for weddings. If you're in Jamaica, starting on the left there, our Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Rose Hall, it's just 15 minutes from the airport, and they are located right next to each other. They're technically connected. So if you're staying on either side, as long as you are 18 or older, you can use both properties. But it's nice if you have your wedding on the Ziva side and some of your guests that want to come, they want to be away from the kids. They are absolutely welcome to stay on our adults only side, yet have full access to come over to the Ziva side, enjoy the restaurants, the pools, entertain with the guests, go to the weddings, but have their own adults only section to go back to. Same thing at our Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Cap Cana, which I'll show you some pictures of. They are side-by-side horseshoe-looking properties. You can go back and forth. So if you've got your wedding on the Ziva side, guests who want that adults-only experience can stay on the adults-only side, yet have full access. Our Hyatt Ziva in Cancun is a completely family-friendly resort, but we do have a specific tower called the Turquoise Tower, which is for those guests who want an adults-only building. Our Hyatt Zilara and Panama Jack properties are two completely different hotels. They're even two different brands, but we do let you come over from Panama Jack to the adults only if that is where your wedding is. So even if you're having kids at the wedding, we allow you to have it at the adults only side as long as it's in a private area. If you're getting married at Panama Jack, obviously people from Hyatt Zilara can come over for the wedding because they're all adults only. Same thing with our Hilton Playa del Carmen and Panama Jack properties. These are the ones that is 1 block from downtown Fifth Avenue. So if you and your guests like to be in the heart of the, all of the city life, our downtown Fifth Avenue is 1 block from our lobbies. And same thing, if you're staying at the adults only property, Hilton, you can go over to the Panama Jack. Panama Jack adults can come over to the wedding. And as long as the wedding is private, we do allow kids to come over as well. Lastly, our Hilton La Romana is another side-by-side property. So it doesn't matter if you're 18 or older, you can use both sides of the property there. So again, we have something for those adults only, family friendly, that lets you really have access to both properties. So what are some of the benefits of booking a Playa Resort wedding? Well, we give you all different features and benefits, accommodations. You can get a welcome drink for all of your guests when you're all coming in together. We give you a signature cocktail drink. We can name it something according to your wedding. If you've got a hashtag, we can incorporate that into it. Each one of your guests, so you'd be booking with Kim or one of the other travel advisors at Cruise Holidays, you will be getting a welcome amenity from them in the room, complimentary to you. Room upgrades. So depending on how many people you have coming to your wedding, you will get eligible for free upgrades. Private check-in. If you have a certain amount of people coming in on a certain one flight together, we'll set up a completely private check-in for just the guests of your wedding. So really gives it an exclusive feeling. And then you can earn free rooms. So in off-peak, if you're very you're not on a set schedule, you just want the best deal possible, and you're flexible, you can earn up to 1 free for every 5 rooms that you have booked for your wedding. So that's in those off-peak periods, April 16th through December 15th. It is different at each one of our resorts. Some of our resorts during the peak season are going to either be 1 free for every 10 you have booked, and others are going to be 1 free for every 15 booked. But again, all the travel advisors will be able to have that information for each specific room resort and what that travel period is. But I mean, great way to kind of build your guest list up and you guys get some extra free rooms out of it. So we're going to talk about just some of the packages that we have. They are very simple. We don't want it to be complicated. People do destination weddings because they want something simple. So just the two of you is just like it said. It is just for the two of you. So a lot of people will do elopements, or this is very popular for vow renewals. If you are flexible, again, this can come complimentary to you. If you can get married Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and are staying in a qualifying room category, you can get this all complimentary with everything that is listed on this screen. The next one is our Intimate Elegance package. Same thing here. If you are flexible with your dates and can get married Monday through Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can get this package complimentary as well, which has everything listed there. You just need it to have, this is for you and the bride and the groom and up to 10 guests. You just need a minimum room nights, meaning all the room nights together. In a qualifying room category, you just need 25 of those to get this package complimentary as long as you're flexible on those times. So basically it has everything that's included in the just for two of us, along with some extras that are obviously listed there. Probably our most popular is our Lavish and Opulent. It is for the couple as well as up to 20 guests. If you have more than 20 guests, that is fine. We can add them on at a per person rate. The reason this is most popular though is because it covers everything. So from the ceremony to the cocktail hour to the reception. So you can see on the bottom there, not only does it have everything that's included in our other packages, it also includes a private. So that means you're not in a outdoor area with everybody else. You're in a private area for weddings. That's a 1-hour cocktail party after your ceremony. And then it follows up with a private 3-hour wedding reception. So that comes with the open bar, the bartenders, all of the standard linens, wait staff, the dinner, everything that you want. So this is why that is our most popular package. Bonus weddings. Again, if you're flexible, booking with the Playa Resorts for your wedding is the way to go. So this one too, it's valid for weddings this year as well as next year on those select sets of dates, the January, May, June, and September. And basically, if you have 25 to 35 rooms, you will, on top of everything else, you're gonna get a 1-hour private cocktail party for only $5 per person. If you have 35 rooms or more, on top of that, you can also get you get the 1-hour private cocktail plus a 2-hour private dinner. Combined, that's only $15 a person for all of that. So a lot of people will do that for like maybe a welcome party or a bachelorette or bachelor party the night before, a rehearsal dinner. It just cannot be used for the actual wedding date. But like I said, if you want to have something before, what's becoming even more popular is doing the day after, doing like a Bloody Mary bar to rehash the night before. So normally this is something that would cost, the two of these combined would cost, I would say $65, $70 per person. But part of our bonus wedding events, if you can do these dates, you can get it for only $15 per person, which is a steal of a deal. All right, so this is something I think is very unique to Playa, and it is such a success. This is basically, we want you to come down and experience the resorts before you say, you know what, this is 100% where we want to spend our perfect day, our special day. It's called our Big Day Preview. So what it is we hold these Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at any of our resorts. And it's a 2-night stay for you guys to come down by us. The prices range by brand, which you can see here. So let's just say you want to check out the Panama Jack Cancun. For $400, you and the couple can come down, meet with the wedding coordinators, check out the resort, experience the resort, check out the wedding venues. You can meet with the caterers, DJ, videographers, anybody you want to meet with, you can do so there. And so we want you to leave there knowing 100% this is where you want to spend your special day. You come back, work with your travel agent. And if you come back and book the wedding, you actually can get the cost that you paid back towards a credit with the wedding, as long as there's a minimal spend. Minimal spend, again, depends on which one of the resorts that you pick, but it is something like 99% closure rate that when you come to the resort, you leave wanting to have your wedding there. All right, one other thing I think is so wonderful that really sets us apart from some of our other competition is a site that we use, and this is called our wedding portal. So you guys as the couple, we want you to be in control as much or as little as you want. But we have this all at your fingertips. So we give you a link to a website that looks like this. It'll say this one is Gina and Wade's cemetery, oh my gosh, ceremony. But this will have all of your information on there. So if you click on the home tab, it'll tell you what package you have, what payments has been made, your date, your wedding coordinator, all of that information. But then this what's showing here is this is what we call kind of your wish list. So this will give you your package. It'll kind of line item out everything so you can keep a good budget, see what you want. But the nice thing is you can go shopping on our website and add all of these enhancements. So say you say, oh, I really want a saxophonist. You can add that item to your cart, as well as say you want to pick out some florals, some different gazebo looking decor, and that will show up in your cart. You do not have to pay for it right then. It just adds to your cart, or like I say, your wish list. And then anytime you decide, okay, we want to go through with this and you want to pay for that single line item, you can just click on it and make a payment right there. So I had one bride, she was a bartender, and when she would make extra money on the weekends, she would come home with her cash and decide which one of her wish list items she wanted to pay for with that, click it, and it was paid. The other really nice thing is that share button on the bottom left there. So this is a website you can share with your guests. So say maybe all of your bridesmaids are paying for their own bouquets. You would just add those onto here, send them the link, and we give you a password, and they can come on and pay for that. Maybe the mother of the groom, parents of the groom want to pay for the DJ. You can send them this link and they can simply click on that, and it's a secure portal where they can put the payment on. So we leave it up to your hands. It is a seamless, you don't have to be dealing back and forth with Mexico, Jamaica, Dominican. It is all done through this portal, which is a really, really nice thing. Okay, so now just want to highlight some of our destinations. I'm not going to go through all 18 hotels because we'd be here forever, but I want to go over some of my favorites and some of the newest wedding locations at these properties. So this is our Hyatt Ziva Cancun. It's one of my favorite family-friendly resorts. It is located in Cancun. Cancun's shaped like a 7. And the nice thing about this is we have the most prime real estate in Cancun because we're right in the corner of that 7. So what does that mean is we have beaches on 3 different sides of our properties. Right in front of our property, we're protected by the island of Isla Mujeres, so it's very calm waters. On the other side of the resort, that is gonna be more of a public beach area. It's a little bit more, the waves are bigger there. So if you like to do boogie boarding or really swim in the waves, you head to the other side of the resort. So obviously with all of these different beaches, this is a prime real estate for having destination weddings, right? Because every which way you look, there's water. We're only 25 minutes from the airport. We've got 537 rooms throughout 3 different buildings. And this resort, I mean, if you want to wow your guests, when you walk into the lobby of this property, it is that total wow feature. It is amazing. So the newest, we have a ton of different beach locations here again, but one of the newest things that we've added is our lighthouse gazebo. The lighthouse is a very famous, it's in all pictures of Cancun. It's very famous, and so we obviously needed to use it as a backdrop. For some people, you're gonna see in a lot of these pictures I'm gonna show you, a lot of people want a destination wedding, but they don't want to be in the beach on the sand. It's something we hear all the time. Me, if I was getting a beach wedding, I'd want my toes in the sand. But this is another example of how you can have that amazing backdrop, but be on a grass and have a nice runner. This is up on our rooftop pool. So what an amazing place to have your ceremony with the twinkle lights. This actually has views of both the Caribbean Sea and the lagoon side of Cancun. So you get the most spectacular sunsets watching up here. So it's so cool to have like a mother-son dance or father-daughter dance with that background dropping in the sunset, just incredible. And of course, like I said, the beach. So this one is set up for a beach cocktail hour, and this is actually on the side of the property. So this is where the waves are just coming crashing up on those rocks. Awesome backdrop. But again, so we have so many different areas at this properties to give you guys options. And I would be remiss if I did not mention two of the best selling points I think of this property. We have an all-inclusive candy shop here. So don't let that fool you. It is not just for the kids. There are just as many adults in there, but it is just like it says. It's an all-inclusive candy shop. It is on it's complimentary. You can come, grab a little stick, fill up your bag on the way back to the room with all the different candies you like. We have chocolate fondue. It is incredible. And then the picture on the right is our microbrewery. So I have some friends who I refer to as like beer snobs. They don't like the normal beer in Mexico. So this is a great resort for them because we are the only Mexico all-inclusive resort that has our own microbrewery and we brew 3 of our own beers here. So you can come here. It's fun to do a group activity, maybe like a little bachelor party here and do flights of beer. But this is our only property where we have a candy store right next to a brewery. So I think it's an amazing selling point. All right, moving down the road to another family-friendly resort is our Panama Jack Cancun. Again, Panama Jack's gonna be more of a 4.5-star property. So maybe if Hyatt Ziva runs a little out of your budget, this is a really nice option. This is our lobby, which I think is so fun, really just gives you that sense of adventure. That is a painted ceiling that gives you the allure that you are underneath the water here. So this is Jack's Landing, our lobby bar, great meeting up spot. We have nightly entertainment here. But one of our biggest selling points of this property is we have a Catholic chapel. You do have to have a Catholic wedding in order to use this. This is Our Lady of Guadalupe. But a lot of times, you know, you want to adhere to have a Catholic wedding, but they don't recognize that if you get married on the beach. So this way, you can still get married with that beach backdrop, but get married in a Catholic church. So these are some incredible pictures. You can see the that Caribbean blue water in the background. So it's the best of both worlds. I love this picture because it shows just kind of the open air balcony that with the couple there. And then on the right hand side, we can set up for a beautiful ceremony up there as well. So really something different that this is the only Catholic chapel we have at any of our resorts. And I believe only 1 of 3 in the Cancun Riviera Maya area at all-inclusive resorts. So again, this is Panama Jack Cancun. On the west coast of Mexico, Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta is gorgeous. Actually, Kim, I believe, had a destination wedding for one of her clients here this year. Amazing property. What's nice about the west coast of Mexico is not only do you have the beautiful Pacific Ocean, but at this resort, you are nestled in those Sierra Madre Mountains. So it is such an intimate location. You truly, I feel like I'm in Hawaii at this property. So it's only 20 minutes from the Puerto Vallarta airport. We're 10 minutes from the downtown Malecon. So if you like to get off the resort and experience the Mexican culture, the people of Puerto Vallarta are probably some of the nicest I've ever met. They love to tell you about their history and their country. 335 rooms. You are looking at the total property right here. So people love that it's more of an intimate property, really easy to find everyone. You're on a private beach. Technically in Mexico, the beaches are not private, but the only way to get to this beach is through the lobby. So especially for destination weddings, that's a really big selling point. New here is our Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, our Sky Terrace. So how gorgeous is this? Again, if brides want to wear heels, this is a really nice option for them to do so, but you can still have that backdrop. You do get the sunsets on the west coast of Mexico. So sunset times with this location is a very popular choice. And then this is a very new one for us. So again, this is the Sky Terrace, which actually used to be one of our presidential suites. And we turned it into a wedding venue because the views were just too spectacular. So there you can see here, there is still a room up here. And we use that room for brides to get ready in, or the grooms, and they can come right out into their ceremony. We can also, I'm sorry, into their ceremony. We can do their reception up here as well. In that pool, you can either keep it simple and we can have the floating candles up there or floating flowers, or we can do a see-through dance floor over it. So totally up to you and what the vibe of your wedding is going to be. But look at that. That is just the spectacular sunsets. You cannot pay to have something more spectacular than that in the background. So this has been a very popular new venue option in Puerto Vallarta. Moving over to Jamaica, I mentioned our Hyatt Ziva Zilara in Rose Hall. We're only 15 minutes away from the Montego Bay Airport, so people love that. If you have golfers for your wedding, we are by all the best golf courses, White Witch, Cinnamon Hill, Half Moon, but very, very big destination wedding hotel. A, because of the proximity to the airport, but B, because of these beautiful beaches and the little coves that we're on. You can see in the middle of the property there's actually 2 different wedding gazebos. So we do tons of beach weddings, but those beach gazebos are probably our most popular. So look at that water. I mean, what an incredible backdrop. And then we can do out on that gazebo shown there, we can do private dinners. We can actually do small weddings out there. A big selling point of this property is our jerk chicken. So if you go to Jamaica, you absolutely need to be authentic, right? You got to try the jerk chicken. This property has our best one. So we actually had a little shack that we had to make bigger because it was so popular. So now this is our big jerk chicken shack. We had to put picnic tables all on the beach here. So at lunchtime, this is the spot to be. If you've ever been to Jamaica, Scotchy's is the big jerk chicken restaurant. I will put our jerk chicken right up to theirs. It is so good and it's part of the all-inclusive. Okay, so this is one of the venues we use here. Again, look at that backdrop. You can do your destination wedding on that gazebo, but we also can set up for the ceremony on that pier. So you still will get those, the backdrop for all your pictures and just enjoy for the rest of the evening. We can also do, as you see on the bottom right, set it up for cocktail hour, or we can do the ceremonies. Moving back over to Mexico, this again is our Hilton Playa del Carmen. If you do want an adults only property, this is the one that will get you 1 block from downtown 5th Avenue. And if you have clients who want to bring their families, they can stay right across the street at our Panama Jack Playa del Carmen. This resort went a $250 million renovation in 2019. So I just wanted to show you what the rooms look like now. This is completely renovated. Every single room here is a junior suite. So this size and the decor of this room is what every room looks like. This one just happens to be an oceanfront swim up, which I highly recommend. But what's new here is we just added this sky terrace. So I love that little saying, pick a seat, not a side. You're loved by both. I think that's just encompasses what a wedding is like. But this has been a very popular, again, these rooftop weddings have been so popular because you are still getting the backdrop of the ocean, but you can wear whatever shoes you want and not in the sand. If you do want something more oceanfront, this is our oceanfront beach gazebo. So you can get married there. And then on the, oops, spinning a little bit, sorry. There we go. Got to go back one. Sorry about that. If you get married on that oceanfront gazebo, you can also do the courtyard gazebo yard right there. So this is just on our courtyard. So it's not technically on the sand, but you're still getting all of the benefits of being on the beach. Again, that was the Hilton Playa del Carmen. Then we're moving back over to the Dominican Republic. So this is our newest resort. It just opened November of 2019. We built this resort from the ground up. Our Hyatt Ziva is on the left-hand side. That is our adults only. And our family-friendly side is our Hyatt Ziva on the right-hand side. As long as you are 18 or older, you can use both sides of the facilities. So if you're having a wedding, we would have, and there are kids available or kids coming, have it on the Hyatt Ziva side, but you can have the adults stay on the adults only side, access to go back and forth as much as you want. Again, this is 15 minutes away from the Punta Cana airport, located in that upscale area of Cap Cana. Amazing beach. This is on Juanillo Beach, which is one of the most whitest sand I've ever seen. Caribbean Sea, you can swim out a good football field and you're still only thigh high in the water. So great for weddings on the beach, as well as doing tons of water sports. So like stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, snorkeling, all of that is included with the all-inclusive. Every single room is a junior suite here. So this is a lead-in room category, which is so nice. It either comes with one king bed and a queen size pull-out sleeper or 2 queen beds. And one thing I want to point out back on this screen is because the property is like 2 U shapes, the nice thing about that is 90% of these rooms are ocean view. There are none that face the sides or the back. They're all ocean view. So to get a 600 plus square foot ocean view room at a lot of other resorts, you kind of have to upgrade to get. Here, that comes standard with it. And what's new here, obviously that Juanillo Beach is a fantastic option for beach weddings. We have a gazebo on the adults only side as well as on the family friendly side. But we just opened up our Ziva Sky Terrace, which is shown here. We can hold up to 80 guests up here. And again, it has that hardwood flooring and it does have a covering there. So if it is hot, some guests like to have some shade, they can simply go under there as well. And as I mentioned, that Juanillo Beach, this is that white sand beach. It is absolutely incredible. Like this picture does not even do it justice. And last but not least is our Sanctuary Cap Cana. Sanctuary Cap Cana is really something special. It's so unique and so different than anything else we have. This resort is an adults only property, so no family options here, unfortunately. But this resort was built as a Spanish colonial town. When I am here, I do not feel like I am at an all-inclusive. I feel like I am in Spain or somewhere in the Mediterranean. They have cobblestone streets. The lead-in room category is a junior suite here, which has beautiful ocean views. But one thing that makes it special is we have a castle on site. So I think we're the only all-inclusive I'm aware of that has an actual castle on site. There's 64 rooms here. We have swim ups that swim out right into that saltwater moat, junior suites and oceanfront junior suites all in the castle. It has a beautiful infinity rooftop pool that's very quiet. If you want more action, go down to the main pool. That's where the swim up bar and all the activities are. But these grounds are just so lush. There's so many different little hidden pools throughout. So like I said, you can be right in the hubbub of all the action, or if you want more alone time and you want to read your book, you can go find one of the other pools that are scattered throughout. There's 323 rooms, including the ones in the castle, as well as an entire villa collection. So this is one of the villas. Oceanfront villas, it's got a private plunge pool, private access to the beach, just stunning. The villas, so if you have some people who really want to splurge, they are making this their vacation. Or, you know, bride and groom want something special. We have anywhere from 1,000 to a 5,500 square foot villa. Unbelievable. So really something nice to offer to your guests. And what's really, really spectacular here is we have a castle island suite. So within that castle, we have a 2-story, 2-bedroom, 5,000 square foot suite that not only comes with all of that, it's got I think 3 plunge pools throughout it. It comes with its own private island. Again, I don't know any other all-inclusives that have that. So the picture on the right is actually our private island where we can do small weddings on. So how incredible is that to say, not only did I have a 5,000 square foot suite, but we had our wedding on our own private island. So really something amazing there. Picture on the left is our Blue Marlin restaurant, which is open for lunch and dinner, but we also use it because it has such amazing views and it's right on the water. We use it as a wedding venue as well. All right, leaving you with this last amazing picture. As you can see, we have something for everybody, adults only, family friendly, something for every budget. We've got you covered. So thank you guys so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. And I will turn it back over to Kim.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to get the heck out of Dodge. After being cooped up for 3 months with this wonderful virus, this was definitely a much needed mental vacation. So thank you for taking time out of your day, Michelle, and then all of our viewers as well. We really appreciate you. If you have any questions or would like some information about any or all of the resorts that Michelle talked about, feel free to give us a call. Our number here is 816-505-1500, or feel free to reach out to your travel counselor. Thank you again, guys. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Kim.